If you are the type of person who stays calm while everything around you is falling apart, while people are panicking, raising their voices, making impulsive decisions and losing control, then you have probably felt a very specific type of confusion about yourself, because instead of feeling proud of that calm, you often feel out of place, misunderstood, or even slightly disconnected from everyone else around you. Society has a very clear expectation of how a person should behave in chaos, and that expectation is simple: react fast, feel intensely, show urgency, show emotion, show that you are affected. But you don't do that. You pause. You observe. You slow everything down internally. And because of that, people don't always understand you. They might call you cold. They might say you don't care enough. They might even assume something is wrong with you. And after hearing that enough times, you start to question yourself. You start to wonder if maybe you really are different in a bad way. If maybe your calmness is actually a flaw. But what if it's not? What if the reason you stay calm in chaos has nothing to do with weakness, and everything to do with how your brain has learned to survive? Psychology suggests that the ability to remain calm under pressure is not something random, and it is definitely not something everyone has. It is usually built through experience. Through exposure. Through moments where reacting emotionally did not help, where panic made things worse, where losing control had consequences. So your brain adapted. It learned that the best way to handle chaos is not to match its energy, but to step outside of it. While others are reacting in real time, you are processing. While others are overwhelmed by what is happening, you are trying to understand it. You are not ignoring the situation. You are decoding it. And that is where the difference begins. Because to the outside world, it looks like you are doing nothing. It looks like you are not affected. But internally, your mind is running at a completely different level. You are connecting patterns, predicting outcomes, analyzing possibilities that others don't even notice. Psychology calls this a form of cognitive control. Instead of being driven by immediate emotional reactions, your brain uses higher-level processing. It delays reaction in order to understand. And in chaotic environments, that delay is not weakness. It is power. But here is the part that creates tension in your life. The world is built for fast reactions, not deep processing. For the longest time, society rewarded people who reacted quickly, who moved fast, who showed visible emotion and urgency. It was a kind environment, predictable, structured, where reacting fast often meant surviving or succeeding. But today, we don't live in that kind of environment anymore. We live in something psychologists call a wicked environment, where situations are unpredictable, outcomes are uncertain, and reacting too fast can actually lead to mistakes. And in that kind of world, the person who stays calm has an advantage. Because while others rush, you think. While others follow emotion, you observe it. While others lose control, you maintain it. To someone on the outside, this might look like detachment. But in reality, it is a different way of interacting with reality itself. You are not inside the chaos. You are above it. And this is where something even deeper happens. Over time, your brain starts to rely on this pattern. It becomes your default. You don't just stay calm in chaos. You expect chaos, and you prepare for it mentally before it even happens. You start to anticipate problems. You simulate outcomes. You replay scenarios in your head, not because you are anxious, but because your mind is trying to stay one step ahead. This creates a very specific type of person. Someone who is hard to shake. Someone who is difficult to overwhelm. Someone who doesn't collapse under pressure. But it also creates a hidden cost. Because while others express their emotions and release them quickly, you process everything internally. You carry more mental weight than people realize. You think longer. You go deeper. You don't just feel something and move on. You understand it. And that can be exhausting. That's why sometimes you feel tired even when nothing big happened. That's why sometimes you feel disconnected in situations where everyone else seems fully engaged. Because your brain is not operating at the same level of reaction. It is operating at the level of analysis. But here is the truth you need to understand. You are not broken. You are not cold. And you are definitely not normal, in the way people think. You are different because your brain chose control over chaos. And in a world where most people are controlled by their emotions, that difference is rare. Extremely rare. Think about it. In moments of crisis, who do people look for? Not the loudest person. Not the fastest person. But the calm one. The one who doesn't panic. The one who can think clearly. The one who can make decisions when everyone else is overwhelmed. That person becomes the center. And that person is you. So instead of questioning your calmness, start understanding it. It is not something you need to fix. It is something you need to learn how to use. Because one day, in a moment where everything around you is falling apart, where everyone else is losing control, where decisions matter the most, your calm will not make you strange. It will make you necessary.